What's up guys? Sam here, welcome to Tech Today TV. The best cheap phones may not match the premium features you'll find on flagship devices, but these less expensive handsets still pack a punch. We've tested multiple models that cost less than $500 and found that these phones contain just about everything you need for iPhone fans and Android devotees alike. In fact, we'd go so far as to say that after you try out the best cheap phones, you'll wonder why anyone needs to spend $800 or more on a flagship device when a sub-$500 handset delivers many of the same essential features. Those on a budget will find that the best cheap phones offer capable cameras, big enough displays for watching video and playing games, and plenty of battery life to get you through most of the day. Here is a list of best budget phone for the year so far. 1. Google Pixel 6a. You'll also find a Tensor chipset powering the Pixel 6a. That's the same silicon inside Google's Pixel 6 flagships, which start at $150 more than the Pixel 6a. As a result, the same AI-powered tricks Google's flagship phone can pull off are available to the Pixel 6a too, including the photo editing magic eraser tool and on-device translation. For $449, you get a lot of value with the Pixel 6a. It's the phone to get if you place a premium on camera capabilities and special features. The biggest question these days is whether to pony up an additional $150 to get the affordably priced Pixel 7 that's powered by a newer Tensor chipset. Are Pixel 7 versus Pixel 6? A comparison looks at what's different besides the price. But if you really want to stick to that sub-$500 budget, the Pixel 6a is the way to go, especially with Pixel 6a deals dropping the price even lower. 2. Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. If the Pixel 6a doesn't sway you, then give Samsung's Galaxy A53 a shot. This is a great handset at $449 that does just about everything well enough. It has a nice 6.5-inch AMOLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. Our Pixel 6a versus Galaxy A53 face-off goes into greater detail on the differences between these two cheap phone contenders for Android fans. Of course, the cameras could be better, especially in light of the Pixel 5a. However, they do just fine if you're okay with Samsung's characteristically oversaturated look. The performance won't wow you like the iPhone SE 2022. But it's good enough for most daily tasks. 3. iPhone SE 2022. The iPhone SE 2022 takes cheap phones to the next level of performance by including Apple's powerful A15 Bionic chip. This is the same processor found in the iPhone 13, and it blows all Android phones away, whether you're playing games or editing video on the go. This chip also gives the new iPhone SE 2022 a number of photography powers that the previous model lacked, including Smart HDR4, Magic Fusion for better detail, and photographic styles. In fact, in some scenarios the iPhone SE takes better pics than the Google Pixel 6a, as you can see in our Pixel 6a versus iPhone SE 2022 face-off. Unfortunately, Apple didn't include night mode for low light situations. The latest iPhone SE features the same design as before, so that means a small 4.7-inch display and big bezels. 4. OnePlus Nord N20. If you're strapped for cash, then be sure to check out the OnePlus Nord N20. Especially now that this phone is no longer limited to just T-Mobile. You will need to use it with a T-Mobile MVNO to enjoy 5G speeds. This is a sub-$300 phone that looks like it'd cost way more. It has a beautiful AMOLED display, even though it's locked at 60 Hz. There's also an in-display fingerprint sensor, not something you typically see on a phone this cheap. Sure, the cameras are pretty underwhelming, but for $282, you can't expect too much. You do, however, get 33W fast charging, which outpaces even some of the top flagships like the Galaxy S22 Ultra and iPhone 13 Pro Max. That's saying something. Obviously, there are better phones under the $500 mark. But if $300 is your cap, then the Nord N20 should be your top consideration. 5. Moto G Power. A really long-lasting phone endures for more than 11 hours on our battery test. The new Moto G Power blows them away with a runtime of 14 hours and 4 minutes. That's among the best phone battery life we've ever seen, which is really remarkable when you consider the Moto G Power debuted for less than $250. It's even cheaper now that the phone has been out a while, especially if you opt for the version with less RAM and storage. But a long-lasting battery isn't the only reason this device is on our best cheap phone list. The Moto G Power offers a large 6.6-inch display with full HD resolution and fairly capable cameras with triple lenses, including a 48MP main camera, a 2MP macro lens, and 2MP depth sensor. There's a newer model, the Moto G Power 2022, that also lasts a long time on a charge, but our testing found that its processor isn't as adept as the one powering the 2021 model. The older version's simply a better value, even with the newer specs in the 2022 version. 6. TCL 30V 5G. It's another example of a 5G phone that won't break the bank, as you can find this particular handset for less than $300. As is typical of TCL phones, you get a big, expansive display with accurate colors. The Snapdragon 485G silicon powering the phone doesn't exactly offer blazing performance, but that's a trade-off you make for a cheaper device. You will be pleased with the phone's battery life, which hit 11 hours and 46 minutes in our testing. The TCL 30V 5G isn't an option if you prefer other wireless carriers, but if you're committed to Verizon and don't mind buying the TCL 30V 5G straight from the carrier, this is a solid budget buy. 7. Samsung Galaxy A32 5G. More affordable 5G phones are arriving all the time, but don't lose sight of the Samsung Galaxy A32 5G. It's well past its first birthday, but with a sub-$300 price, it's still a great bargain if you're willing to put up with a mediocre display. With its big 6.5-inch screen, the A32 is not a small phone, but it packs a 5000 mAh battery that lasts a really long time, almost 12 hours in our testing. With its adaptive refresh rate enabled, you can also expect the Galaxy A32 to last longer overall than many other budget options, with Samsung promising 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security patches. It's worth noting that the Galaxy A33, a successor to the A32, is now available in Europe, though it's increasingly unlikely Samsung is bringing that newer model to the US. Share your thoughts and comments below. I hope you found our content interesting, and if you did, please like and hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video.